Another question that I wanted to ask is, knowing that you have a pretty good sized supply chain, right? You got different farmers you work with and all types of groups to help you to produce the protein and the different animals that you're using. How are you working with your suppliers in terms of letting them know that the environmental and social initiatives are important, and what kind of commitments are they providing?
Yeah, it's a great question, and something very important to most companies in the food system because our supply chains are so big, right? Just from an emissions perspective, 80% of our overall greenhouse gas emissions are from scope three or supply chain related emissions. So you better believe we need to have a focus on what's happening there. So our work with our suppliers is really tied to the existing partnerships and relationships we have. And through an updated supplier code of conduct, where we now have the ability to track and monitor performance on environmental impact like greenhouse gas emissions. Nothing groundbreaking, big companies like Walmart do this to us, right? And other global supply chain companies, and pushing the envelope and getting action on important issues. So, ramping up our efforts on tracking of greenhouse gas emissions is super important for us moving forward, and for all food companies moving forward. But on the social side, it's also super important not only to get data, but as I mentioned earlier, suppliers. We're partnered with them, and there's a reason that they're our suppliers because they share our values and they work well with us, right? And most of our suppliers are very, very supportive of our efforts in food security, in supporting us in those regards. Um, and um, and it really is an enhancement of the overall supplier customer relationship when you can come together and collaborate on a sustainability issue. That's actually part of my job description, is to collaborate with our customers and our suppliers on sustainability. The world right now is so focused on climate and data gathering and greenhouse gas emissions. That's where we're playing right now, and looking at how we can collectively, as a value chain, reduce our impact. And there are a lot of pre-competitive collaborations out there that we belong to. But what I'm really excited about moving forward are those actual value chain partnerships that can be leveraged to say customer, manufacturer, producer can all get together and have a meaningful impact. And I don't think that that's far away.
Yeah, that's really awesome, and it is. I think, just want to make sure I heard you right. Did you say 80% of your footprint was scope three?
I think it's 82%. Yes. Yeah.
82%. Yeah, and that's pretty typical for most companies. I don't think people understand that everybody's looking at, oh, the manufacturing company has a footprint, but their supply chain is so critical to them, and being able to work closely with them is going to really help you achieve your goals. And I know part of your carbon neutrality looked at your scope three emissions as well. So it's definitely a huge undertaking that you've got going on here, and it's great to hear you've got great collaboration going on.